If you would tonight, turn to our text in James. We're almost done. This week and next week we'll finish the book of James. So James chapter 5, we'll be looking tonight at verses 12 through 15. James 5, 12 through 15. James has a lot to say about suffering. He began his letter to the believers throughout the diaspora, that is, throughout the Mediterranean basin who are in Christ. And he said, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness." He recognized that they were going to go through times of suffering. And suffering affects more than just one area of life. If we're suffering with physical maladies, it's not just our bones and our muscles that ache. It affects our attitudes, and it affects the way we interact with others. And if other things, other means of suffering enter in, then our lives often are turned upside down. Just ask a teacher how a student is in their class when their parents are going through a divorce. Just ask when a husband sees his wife or a wife sees her husband begin to struggle with their physical well-being or their mental capacity. Think of how we are tempted to sin when we suffer. When we hurt, we are tempted to lash out amongst those who are with us. When we are being persecuted, we are tempted to say things that we would not ordinarily say. In a variety of ways, we are tempted to sin. And James reminds us of this throughout his book too. The trials of trying to tame our tongue. And so we return with verse 12 to both of these themes, suffering and trying to tame our tongue.